Joining us for a conversation is Scott Petzel, the president of Metallic Minerals. Mr. Petzel, welcome to the show, sir.
Hi, Maurice. Great to be here today and glad to talk to you again.
Absolutely. It's a great time to be speaking with you as Metallic Minerals has just reported some high-grade silver intercepts on the Keno Silver Project. Before we begin, Mr. Petzel, please introduce us to Metallic Minerals and the opportunity the company presents to shareholders.
Yeah, well, Metallic Minerals is a precious and base metal focused exploration and development company with two key projects, two key flagship projects, and an alluvial royalty portfolio. Our first flagship project is the Keno Silver Project in central Yukon, and it's a silver lead zinc project. Our second is the Plata project in southwest Colorado, where we've just recently announced a near billion-pound copper equivalent resource that we're very excited about. And our alluvial portfolio is in the Klondike District of northern Yukon, where we expect to add a couple of operators this year and hope to have some royalties coming towards us with some production, hopefully later in the year. In addition to that, we just raised or have been working on a $4 million financing that should close very soon at a premium to the market price. And this is going to support our 2022 field work. And gosh, we're really excited to get back out into the field and get that field work going.
Just a billion pounds, huh?
Just a billion pounds, yeah.
I love the calm demeanor. It shows confidence, and it just speaks to the work ethics and your team there. You've done a phenomenal job. Let's go on site. Mr. Petzel, take us into the Yukon territory in Canada and into the historic Keno Hill mining district, where Metallic Minerals hosts the flagship Keno Silver Project. For someone new to the region, please acquaint us with the Keno mining district.
Well, the Keno Silver District is one of the most important silver districts, not only in the Yukon, but in Canada. And our neighbors, Alexco, have recently restarted production on several of their target areas or mines. And the district itself is very significant in terms of silver production, 200 million ounces of past production and over 100 million ounces of current reserves and resources that are held by Alexco, and we've been actively consolidating the district. We're now the second largest landholder in that district, really focusing our exploration on the eastern half of what is a 35-mile wide block of geology that is essentially continuous from east to west across the across the district. And we're finding great success both in exploration for narrow vein, high-grade silver lead zinc veins, as well as some bulk tonnage intervals, which are sort of new to this story here for us.
Well, speaking of the Keno Silver Project, you have some great news for shareholders regarding high-grade Keno-style intercepts and bulk tonnage at West Keno. What can you share with us?
Yeah, well, this drilling, the latest news results that have come out really cap off all of our 2021 news flow from the 2021 field season. And we're really pleased to have these results out to the market. The drilling that was most recently reported was done on our Keno West or West Keno targets, and specifically the target area of our historic Formo mine. And we've, with work from 2020, found some significant results there and followed that up in 2021. And we've been very fortunate to get these really nice hits, both, as you mentioned, high grade, narrow vein, but we say narrow, but we mean 4.6 meters at nearly 1,000 gram per ton silver equivalent, which is quite significant. But also these bulk mineable wider intervals of up to 22 meters or 22.8 meters at over 200 grams per ton silver equivalent as well. And these hits really are on strike with the Birmingham and Hector Calumet deposits, where over 150 million ounces of current resources and historic production have occurred. And it's a really exciting development for us. And as one of our advanced stage targets, it's one that we're hopefully moving towards a resource base here very soon.
Well, the results are fantastic. What are the next steps on the Keno Silver Project, and what can shareholders expect as far as news flow in the coming months?
Well, as I mentioned, we're working through this financing right now, and that's going to support our field programs. We're starting to mobilize towards both our Keno and La Plata project in Colorado, and we expect to have probably 2 rigs drilling with 1 rig starting in early July, and a 2nd rig added sometime in August, and hope to drill roughly 4,000 meters. This drilling and this program will be focused on taking our 3 most advanced resource-ready targets and trying to move those targets or mineral inventories into a resource category. No guarantees and no specific timeline on that, but that's going to be the focus. We've done great exploration over the last 5 years in the Keno district, and we've made some really significant discoveries and had great results, and it's time to get some resources on the books. And between the Formo target in West Keno, Caribou target in Central Keno, where there's already 80 pierce points, and our new drilling out on the Fox showing in Keno East, we're really hoping we can get some resources on the books in the near future.
Leaving the high-grade Keno Silver Project, let's go to Colorado and go into the historic La Plata mining district outside of Durango, and let's visit the La Plata project, which hosts high-grade gold, silver, and copper. What are the latest developments there?
Yeah, well, last time we talked, I think we talked about this near billion-pound copper equivalent resource that we put out to the market. It's actually 889 million pounds of copper and nearly 15 million ounces of silver at a 0.25% cutoff grade. And I see this as a really significant offering to our shareholders. It's very early stages for us. Resource is something that we basically climbed on the backs of the majors that worked there in the 50s and 70s. That's Rio Tinto and Phelps Dodge is now Freeport. And done confirmatory work in 2021, feel really confident about what we've done there and what was done by those majors to come out with this inferred resource. The resource itself is basically limited by the extent of drilling. And so we see a great opportunity here to expand that drilling. And, the exploration work, this fundamental sort of systematic exploration approach since we acquired the property in 2019 has generated a lot of additional targets for us as well. 16 other potential porphyry centers that we can test. And aside from this copper resource and these porphyry centers, we have high-grade epithermal gold, silver, and telluride veins that were mined historically that are also targets, and that provides us some optionality. So we're really expecting to get out and conduct a modest drill program there in the La Plata project as well, with the idea of resource expansion, but also testing some of the new potential targets.
You may have already addressed the second part of my question here, but what can we expect as far as news flow on the La Plata in the coming months, and what are you targeting as far as the 2022 work program goals?
Yeah, well, I can tell you that what I didn't mention is we're mobilizing to site here this upcoming week and expect to be completing nearly 20 line kilometers of IP and resistivity geophysical survey. And that's going to really help us sort of refine some of the drill targeting on some of these newly generated targets that we've got for exploration. And in addition to that, we're just excited to be getting back. I think the drill program will probably kick off in the La Plata project sometime in early August. And as we go here, we're still refining it with the work that we've done, and we'll be refining that with the new geophysical information as well. So,
leaving the project site, let's look at some numbers. Sir, please provide us with an update on the capital structure for Metallic Minerals.
Yeah, we've got 137 million shares outstanding. We're well funded, got no debt. Management owns about 19% of the company. We've got some major investors involved, Eric Sprott, Crest Capital, and US Global, which are big names. And I'll just mention that 137 million shares outstanding is prior to the financing that we're undergoing right now that's not closed, which should add roughly 10 million shares to the pool there. And that financing was done at a premium to the market, should bring us about $4 million of flow-through funds that'll be primarily dedicated to our exploration activities at our Keno Silver Project. And yeah.
Well, I'll throw my name in the hat here as well. I've been a shareholder, very proud shareholder, I should say, since 2018. And I don't believe I've sold a share, and I believe I participated in every single financing.
It's fantastic. Well, we really appreciate it.
I'm honored to be part of the team. Before we close, sir, what would you like to say to shareholders?
Well, I'd just like to say we're really ready to roll into our 2022 field season and are working towards our resource definition at our Keno Silver Project in the Yukon and resource expansion at our La Plata project in Colorado, as well as continuing this great story of success that we've had in defining new targets and making new discoveries. I think it's a really good time to be a shareholder of Metallic Minerals because we're really poised to continue to create significant additional value with the work that we've done and increase or follow along with the track record that we've already shown. So yeah, that's it.
Well, last question for you, sir. What did I forget to ask?
Well, I would just mention that we're excited to be at the Prospectors and Developers Association of Canada meeting, or PDAC, in Toronto in the coming weeks. And we also will be having our team in the Yukon to participate in the later part of the month of June in the Yukon Mining Alliance Property Tours and Investment Conference in Dawson City. And if you're interested in any of that kind of information or want to participate in those tours, reach out to our info@mmngsilver.com email address, and we can get you set up with info in that regard. But other than that, we're really excited to get back out and get some work going on our projects.
Give us that contact information one more time, sir.
www.mmngsilver.com is where you can find all of our phone numbers and info email addresses and lots of other information.
Mr. Petzl, it's always a pleasure to speak with you. Wishing you and Metallic Minerals the absolute best, sir.
Thank you very much, Maurice. It was great to talk to you.
Mutual, sir.
The information presented on Proven and Probable is provided for educational and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information is not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice, or any other advice. You should not make any financial, investment, or trading decision based on any of the information presented without first undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or competent financial advisor.